So this example is going to show how to find the 5-number summary, a box plot, and in addition it'll just show how to find all numerical summaries of data. So as always we need some data. So I'm going to do an example. This is Babe Ruth's data to see how many home runs he had, I believe. So I'm going to, again I could type the data in, but because there's so much of it I'm going to go ahead and just copy it in the right format, and I'll go ahead and paste that in so that I don't have to type it and get things wrong. And so there's that data in there, and now to find the 5-number summary you just actually type in summary. And so summary of your runs of your variable, and here's your minimum, your first quartile, your median, your mean is also given here, your third quartile, and your maximum. So you now have the 5-number summary in addition to having the mean. And you can actually copy this and paste this into a Word document if you want. If you want to find the mean separately, you can just type in mean, runs, and there's your mean. If you want to find the median separately, you just type in median, and there's your median. The mode isn't very easy to find, so I find it easier just to sort the data. This data looks like it already was sorted, but if it wasn't sorted, you could just type in sort runs, and then it would sort the data for you, and then you can figure out what your mode is from that. There is a way to do it, it's just kind of complicated. So this is easier just to sort it and then count. If I want to find the variance, yes, we type in var and then runs, and there's your variance. If you want your standard deviation, it's SD for standard deviation and then runs. If you want to know the range, you type in range of runs, and it gives you the lowest and the maximum, and then you just have to subtract. So you'd actually have to find the range yourself from that, but at least gives you the min and max. And that's pretty much all of your summary statistics that you need. If you want to do a box plot, it is a box plot. Whoops. Box plot, and then of your variable runs. Again, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to see what this looks like. So I'm going to hit return and see what this looks like. And this is your graph. This is actually known as a modified box plot because it actually shows you the outliers, and instead of being the min and max here, this is the lower quartile minus 1.5 times inner quartile range, and this is the upper quartile plus 1.5 times inner quartile range. So instead of showing the min max, it shows you this, so you know that these two values right here are outliers. Again, it would be nice if there was a title. It would be nice if our axis was labeled. And my personal preference is I like my box plots to go horizontal instead of vertical. So we're going to show you what commands would make all those things happen. So we're going to run boxplot again. Runs is my variable. And then main is always what we use for the title. So we type main, number of home runs per season for Babe Ruth. And then I like it horizontal, so you type in horizontal equals true, and the true does have to be in all caps like that. And then there won't be a Y label now because it's going to be the x-axis, so we're going to call it an X label. Oops, X label. If you didn't do the horizontal equals true, then you'd call that the Y label because you'd have a vertical axis instead. And then I might call that number of home runs. Then if I hit enter, again I didn't close that window, so I have to just go back into window and see what it looks like, and there it is. I've got my title down here, it is horizontal, and I've got my title up here. So everything looks good, and again I can now copy this and paste this into a Word document.